Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Richard Mujica from OneCallClosers.com, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to pitch the right way and ask clarifying questions to get people to buy, right? Because one of the worst things that you can experience in high-ticket closing is when you go to ask for the order and then somebody is hesitating, right? They're giving resistance, but you as a closer don't know why they're giving resistance. And I'm gonna solve that right now for you. And hey guys, really quick, the reason why I make these videos is simply because I think over the next 10 plus years that high ticket closers and the skill of high ticket closing is gonna make more millionaires than anything else and provide the most financial freedom by far, right? So that's what fires me up. That's why I make these videos. We own a company called One Call Closers. We've done over $40 million in sales for multiple influencers, big names in the industry. You can look up our website. But this is what I want to cover today, guys, right? So what you're going to notice with most people, with most salespeople's pitches, what they're going to say on the call is stuff like this, right? They're going to say, hey, you know what, John, what I said right now, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Hey, John, does that sound good? And the problem with these phrases, guys, is that nobody's going to disagree with it because you're going to make somebody feel like a dummy if they have some questions around it. Because when you ask John, let's just say you go into the pitch and you're like, hey, John, one of the parts that we have for you, John, is our online education system that's going to help you do, A, B, and C. Now, John, let me ask you, does that make sense? Right? And then when you say that, John's just going to give you the head nod. He's going to be like, yeah, that makes sense. Yep, that makes sense. See, that is what an amateur does, guys, right? Because John still might have some questions, but he doesn't want to tell you that doesn't make sense. He's not going to say, oh, hey, Rich, I don't think that makes too much sense. I have some questions around that. Some people will, most won't. So a better terminology than this, guys, is to ask a clarifying question, something like, hey, you know what, John, based off of everything that I just showed you right now, do you feel like that's going to solve your problem of X, Y, and Z? Right? Do you feel like that's going to solve? Hey, John, do you feel like what I just showed you is going to be beneficial for your business and hiring new employees? Hey, John, do you think what I just showed you is going to be beneficial on your journey to getting your first real estate property? Right? So now John can either say, you know what? Hey, Rich, I think that's going to be very beneficial. And then you ask another clarifying question, right? To get more information to make sure John's on the same page. Then you could say something like, hey, you know what, John, thanks for sharing that with me. Hey, so how exactly do you think this could help you, right? How exactly do you think this could help you in your real estate journey? Or, hey, with your current business? Or, hey, with your current CRM, whatever you're selling. Now I'm getting clarity, right, guys? I'm getting clarity because in order to close, you need clarity. And more important than you having clarity is you need your prospect to have absolute clarity. Because if they don't have clarity, they will not buy, guys. That's just the principle of closing, right? So that's why in your pitch, what I recommend is you're gonna have either 3 steps to somebody's success in your pitch, you're gonna have 3 pillars to somebody's success in your pitch, and then after each step that you give the prospect or after each pillar, what you're gonna do is you're gonna ask a clarifying question. Hey, John, how do you feel like this is gonna help you do Y? How do you feel like this is gonna help you do X? And that, guys, is how you bring up objections in the pitch. Because the worst time to have John say, I wanna think about it and not know is at the end. We want John to tell us that now. He might say, Rich, I think that's gonna help my business, but to be honest, I think I've already tried that in the past and I don't see how this is gonna be much different, right? You want him to ask you that now in the pitch, guys, and not save it till the end, because what John's gonna do at the end is he's gonna be like, hey man, I want to think, right? Right? That's the objection John's gonna give you, but really what John's thinking is, I've already tried that in the past and I just don't think that's gonna work for me. And it's kind of now you're in the close, it's gonna feel too salesy if you're trying to pull that out of John now. It's much better, guys, in the pitch to get that out of John. That's why you stay away from terms like make sense, sound good, one-word stuff. You go back to clarifying questions, guys, right here. Clarifying questions. Hey, John, how do you feel like this is gonna help you do Y? Hey, John, based off of everything I just told you right now, do you think this is gonna get your business off the ground to produce that $10,000 a month in passive income? And then if you want to take it a little bit further, you ask them why they think that. Hey, John, tell me a few things that you're thinking that could help you, based off of everything I just showed you right now. That is how you close, guys, right? You get more specific with John. You create more safety with John as opposed to make sense and sound good where they just give you the head nod, okay? I don't want to beat this point so much, guys, but what I'm telling you right now is that if you get good at this, it's going to save you a lot of headaches at the end of the call, and you're not going to bang your head against the freaking wall because you're like, dude, they just want to think about it. And why do they want to think about it? XYZ, they said it sounded good and they said it made sense. Well, that's why, guys, right? So I hope this video really helps, guys. And like always, man, if you enjoy this content, guys, if you know somebody in sales, I'd appreciate it if you just share this information, right? It's free information. This is stuff that's helped us close literally over $40 million online. So, share it with somebody you know. Subscribe if you like it. Like the video. That helps us reach more people. And of course, guys, we're always looking for great closers for our company, One Call Closers. So if that's you, there's a link down below where you can follow on Instagram and stuff, and then also apply to work with us. And if you're good, we'll bring you on board, make $10,000 a month to $30,000 a month from anywhere in the world. It might be a good gig for you. All right, my name is Richard Mujica. We're out. We'll talk to you. We'll see you for the next one. Bye.